Hey, Shalom Israel, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, all honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, to the hopeful elect of Israel, and all of the beautiful Israelites that are trying to keep the commandments of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai in spirit and in truth. This is your brother Shemasha Wan, coming back to you with another lesson. And this lesson is called persecution. Right? It's called unrighteous persecution, right? Unrighteous persecution. And we know that we have to endure that, right? And so we're going to get some scriptures to prove it, especially when we're doing this thing and saying, thus says Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, and we're being crucified and persecuted for the name of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. Let's get it. This is Matthew chapter 10 and Matthew 5 and 10. It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." It says, "Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." Look at 12. It says, "Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you." So we see, that there's nothing new under the sun, and just like they persecute us and will persecute us, they persecuted our forefathers and mothers. Let's get an instance of that. Let's go to First Kings. Go to First Kings, because we got to endure to the end of this thing. This is a command that Yahweh Shai gave us to endure this thing to the end. All right. Let's go to First Kings chapter 18 and verse 1. It says, "It came to pass after many days that the word of Yahweh came to Elijah in the 3rd year, saying, Go, show thyself unto Ahab, and I will send rain upon the earth. And Elijah went to show himself unto Ahab, and there was a sore famine in Samaria. And Ahab called Obadiah, which was the governor of his house. Now Obadiah feared Yahweh greatly, for it was so when Jezebel cut off the prophets of Yahweh, that Obadiah took and 100 prophets and hid them by 50 in a cave, and fed them with bread and water." So we see that the persecution has always existed, right? So we have to be mindful that when people persecute us for this gospel, for the truth's sake, right, then we on the right road. Okay, let's get some more. Let's go to some red letter and get Yahweh Shai, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. All right, and we're going to start at verse 3. It says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of the coming and the end of the world?" Watch this. Yahweh Shai answered and said to him, "The first thing you do, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in divers places. All these things are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endures to the end, the saints will be saved. So we see that all of these different components in terms of the turbulence and pestilence, you know what I'm saying, and being hated, the last component is the love piece. So now, brothers and sisters, I ask you, look at the lovelessness. Look at the loveness in this place, all over globally. You know, how we're in a loveless season right here, right? So this shows us that the last component, you know what I'm saying, which is love, right? Which we're lacking, right, is the last component before Yahushua comes. He's telling us this, right? Okay, let's get some more, right? Because we got to stand for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua and for this gospel's sake. It ain't about me. It's about Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua and preaching the word, you know what I'm saying, of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua in spirit and in truth. Let's get Psalms. Let's go to Psalms chapter 94. We can't lean on our own understanding. You know what I'm saying? This thing is all about love. Love is the key component to all of this. So love, when you look at that, when you look at Hebrews chapter 6 in terms of understanding, you know what I'm saying, all the principles, right? And moving on to perfection. Everything is there, but the last component, which is not understood, is love. So once you have all of those components, you have the principles, you know, you have love, then now you can move on to perfection. Because we want to be like the Church of Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? They had a little strength, but they had that love, okay? Psalms chapter 20, Psalms chapter 94 and verse 16. It says, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? We got to stand up for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua in spirit and in truth. You know what I'm saying? Loving your brother, being compassionate, understanding this thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man, you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar, right? So we got to understand this. So when people start to persecute us and start to afflict us for preaching this gospel, thus says Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua, oh my goodness, we own to something good. We own to something great, my brothers and sisters. Okay, let's get some more. Let's get 1 Corinthians. We got to preach this gospel. You know what I'm saying? And be mindful of thus says Yahweh. All right, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse, let's get it. Verse 16, it says, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. I ain't got nothing to glory of, man. As filthy as I was, and by the grace of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua giving me the opportunity, man, to the kingdom. Come on now. Look, it says, for necessity is laid upon me. Woe. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel. Right? So we have to do this thing, you know what I'm saying, willingly. Look at 17, it says, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Exactly. All right? Come on now. Man, Yahweh, he chose us to do this thing. Okay? Let's get some more. Let's go to Romans chapter 1. Yeah. Affliction. Oh, brothers and sisters. Man, come on. You know, see, these churches, you know, teach this false narrative, you know, of once, you know, you get into this thing, understanding, you know, of the scriptures, then it's going to be easy street. No, 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 no. No, this is when the fire starts. You know what I'm saying? It's by you having the understanding of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua and us embracing our true culture, Israel culture. This is not a religion. This is a culture. This is a posterity, a bloodline, a spiritual life, right? Come on now. All right, let's get it. Let's get Romans chapter 1 and verse, what is that? Verse 16. It says, For I am not ashamed of the gospel of Hamashiach Yahushai, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. That's a whole nother lesson in terms of the Jew and Greek. That's talking about Israel, right? So the Greeks that it's talking about is the Israelites, or the Jamaicans, or the so-called Mexicans, or the so-called Puerto Ricans, or so-called Negroes who didn't know who they are, right? 17, it say, for therein is the righteousness of Yahweh revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. So we have to have faith that if we keep the commandments of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, that he's gonna remember us. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna remember us. Let's get some more. Come on. So we have to take this affliction. You know what I'm saying? Take it. Yeah, take it. This is Matthew chapter 10. Matthew 10 and verse 16. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as a dove. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. This is exactly what's being done to us, okay? 18, it says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall say, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. Right? It says, for it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the child shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. Look at this, Israel, right? Affliction, we got to take this thing, right? And remember now, this is red letter, okay? It says, 22, it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. We read that earlier in Matthew 24, right? It says, but when they persecute you in this city, right, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man have come. Look at this, is beautiful. 28, it says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. All right. 32, it says, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Okay? 33, it says, 34, it says, think not that I am come to send peace upon earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against the mother, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father and mother more than me is not worthy of me. Now this is red letter, y'all. It says, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Okay? All right? So we get the understanding on this. Let's get some more. It says, he that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. Look at this. It says, and whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. So we see that we got to humble down, love our brothers, you know what I'm saying, and accept this affliction, you know what I'm saying, because this is exactly, you know what I'm saying, what Yahweh advised us of. It ain't like, this is some big secret, you know what I'm saying. Yahweh told us, right, exactly what we would have to endure to possibly make the kingdom. Okay, let's get some more. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 6. Check this out. Luke 6:22. It says, blessed are ye when men shall hate ye. Look at this. And when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. It says, rejoice, Israel. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Okay? Yes. Let's understand this thing. Let's get some more. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. You got to endure to the end, Israel. You know what I'm saying? This is no easy walk. This ain't easy. Okay? This is Sirach chapter 20. Sirach chapter 2 and verse from the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Yahweh told us this. We have to do it to the end, you know what I'm saying? It says, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. It says, cleave, Israel, cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So we see we gotta go through this, right? The Most High is weeding us out. He's seeing, saying exactly who's going to stand for him, right? Who's going to stand for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shah, as we read in Psalms chapter 94. Okay, let's get some more. Let's go to Romans chapter 12. Romans chapter 12. Because I always say to myself, when things are going too right, man, I look, oh my goodness, am I doing the will of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai? Examining myself every time Yahweh wake me up and gives me the opportunity to glorify him in spirit and in truth, man, I am looking at this person, myself. How can I get better for Yahweh? What would Yahweh Shai do in this instance? You know what I'm saying? Always trying to operate in the spirit, Israel. This is Romans chapter 12 and 18. It says, dear Slakia, it says, if it be possible, look at this. It says, if it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all, but it says with all men. It says, dearly beloved, avenge not yourself, but rather give place unto wrath. Right? So if you operate in the spirit, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got no wrath. Right? Check this out. It says, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith Yahweh. So Yahweh, he's going to revenge you. You know what I'm saying? If you're keeping the statutes, laws, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? The best you can. Water baptism. Yes. All those good things. Fruits of the Spirit. Loving your brother. And forgiving your neighbor. Yes. Okay. It said, verse 20 says, therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. And feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head. It says, be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. So we can't take this upon ourselves. We gotta be peaceful, a peaceful nation. Man, Yahweh Shai was a peaceful example to us on how we're supposed to live our lives. You know what I'm saying? Let's get one more. Let's get Matthew chapter 9. Peace, love, long suffering, right? When people persecute us for no reason at all. Matthew chapter 5. Matthew 5 and 9. Red letter. It says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua. So we have to live at peace with one another. And so how do we illustrate that? Through love, patience, long suffering, not envying. Those are the fruit of the Spirit that Yahweh require of us. So I hope this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all glory, all praise, all honor to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua. Shalom.